Yo, what's up, comic compadres, and welcome back to the team. What the team? The Hoodrat podcast, man. What's up, man? And I'm here trying to do the Flav book of the week with y'all to see if this book actually has relevance. Me and my co-host, we're gonna dig deep down into the books that we pick that are flavors of the week to see if they actually have relevance. Actually, if they actually have meat on the bone, if they just a drumstick, or they a pork rib, or are they a big juicy beef rib that you can just really sink your teeth in? It has a lot of relevance. But let me bring in my co-host here, because he's gonna help me dig deep. This is the investigative team, y'all. This is an investigative team. And what's up, Dan?
Yo, flavor of the week. What's happening?
Chilling, man. Just trying to understand this. We always get these books, man. We always get these books that pop up, and there's a lot of speculation around them. And either they burn really fast, or they're a slow burner, and they stay around, man. They stay relevant. But is it worth to dig for these books, or is it worth not to? That's the thing, like, is it worth your money? Is it worth your time? And that's what I want to kind of get down to, because we have a book that I've been seeing. And the way I pick my books is if I see too many of them on Instagram, and I knew it was $1 book, last week or 2 days ago, it's $1 book. And all of a sudden it's like, you're looking on eBay and it's, a $15 book, $20 book. And I'm like, I remember seeing that book so many times, right? So many times. And in the dollar bins. And why did I pass it up? And why did it go up 2,000%, to $20? Why did it go 20 times, $20 from $1 book, So we're here to try to figure this out. We're here to try to figure out if this one book right here that we have is $1 is worth that $15, or worth that time for you to dig in, man. But before we start, bro, why don't you tell people where they can find you, man?
You can find me on Instagram at DieselDanComics. Go follow me over there for just funny content, comic book content, all that fun, great stuff. And occasionally I'm jumping on YouTube here, and you can find me at Dan Comics on YouTube.
Dan, bro. So Dan, man, we had a trailer, right? We had a trailer like last,
Yes, we did.
or was it on Tuesday? It was on Tuesday, right? Or was it on, yeah, it's Tuesday.
Oh yes.
It's only Thursday. It's only Thursday, right? So
I know.
we got my boy in the house, man. What's up? We got Manny the collector. Manny, look, always digging in them bins, bro. Manny, my man, bro. So Manny also contributed. So I asked him a couple questions, because I had a couple questions, and I'm always gonna throw shout outs to my boys, man. So let's talk about this, man. So we had this trailer on Tuesday. It came out at 5:30 p.m. PST, man, and it knocked the socks off everybody, man. And we're talking about Spider-Man No Way Home. The first thing I want to talk about, right, Dan, is like, are we getting the Sinister Six? Because I saw four relevant characters that came from the Sinister Six, man. So God, oh look, Godly's in the house too. My brother on the hashtag show. What's up, Godly, man? How you doing, bro? Next time, come on too, man. What's up? But yo, check it out, man. So what do you know who we got? We got what? The Green Goblin, right? We got Doc Ock, that's two. We got Sandman, and we got Electro,
and the Lizard, actually.
The Lizard. So we got five.
We
got five, yeah. Right? We got five.
And there was an appearance of very quickly, of like a different Green Goblin, but we're not sure who that character is.
Dude, there was a lot of speculation today on Instagram about that dude.
So many. Oh, dude, people are like critiquing and going in depth on this trailer, and like doing more research on this trailer than they are their own mental health.
Yep. I know.
It's a lot going on here.
There's a lot going on. So we got what, five? We got five in the Sinister Six, right? So and the Lizard too, right? So Kraven. Can we get a Kraven as a sixth?
Oh my gosh!
Can we get a Kraven as a sixth
for this movie? So that's
we can't have Mysterio.
Everyone's saying that the Sinister Six, right?
But it's five.
But not just that. Is this movie really fit for that? With everything that's going on with Strange and this like crumbling of the universe and whatnot, and the entanglement and stuff. Is
Mhm.
this really the movie for it? Could they introduce that? Yeah, maybe. And like bringing these characters from different universes, it's very possible. But is this the movie for that?
Mhm.
That's the thing. That's my thing.
They got to surprise. I mean, they got to bring some surprises, man. They have to bring some surprises in here, and
Absolutely.
we're missing one from the Sinister Six, and we know it ain't
Oh, dude.
Mysterio. What if
Even if
Mysterio
they
comes
do it,
back
even
though?
if they
What?
do a shot of like these characters just like randomly coming at Spidey, and it just happens to kind of look like a Sinister Six scene, I'd be happy with that. That would be
Me
dope.
too, man. I'd be happy with that too, man. I'm just happy it's coming out, and I'm happy that we finally got to see like a real trailer and not
Yes.
spoilers on Instagram, which I was. Hey, I'm guilty of it. I'm guilty of it. But to me, that was a Photoshop. It was a big joke. I was like, y'all don't. Why'd you take that so serious? Like his legs
Yeah.
is all messed up, bro. Like it's not. It's all messed up. Like it can't be. It can't be the Daredevil, man. You know what I'm saying? So you need X in the house, man. You need
What's
X in
up?
the house.
What's up?
Vulture will be on the 6th. One coming from Sony verse at the end. Oh, dude. You know what's up? Vulture. That's one we were missing, right?
Oh, you
Oh,
know
right.
what? Oh my gosh. Is not. I wanted to say Val Kilmer. It's not Val Kilmer. Oh my gosh. Oh
Batman.
boy, oh boy that played Vulture and Batman. He played both. He said something, I guess, recently of him working on a Vulture role or something like that, or something in works to play the Vulture again. So maybe we'll see
There you go.
something on that end.
That I mean, that makes sense, man, because he was already in one of the shows, and he's still alive, so he could be that. I like, man. If y'all ain't following Uni be coming up with the with some good stuff, bro, some good spec, and usually it comes to fruition, man. So follow my boy Universe X Comics over there on Instagram, man. So this is what we're talking about. So the first part of this book that we're going to talk about is the black suit, right? And then we know it's not the symbiotic suit, right? That's
No,
in this book.
absolutely.
This is what it looks more like a black iron Spider-Man suit, right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's I don't and it I mean, I'm looking at it now. Does it look like it's full of spells, man? Like it's like he's protected?
Right.
Yeah.
So I immediately, when I first saw the trailer and I saw that suit, I was thinking Web of Spider-Man 100. I think it's Web of Spider-Man 100, where he's like,
Mhm.
it's the green cover and he's in the armored up like chrome silver looking armor. But this doesn't. It's not that.
It
That
doesn't look like, yeah.
Yeah, it's not that. This is definitely something that's maybe Strange helped him like come up with, so that he can help him cast these spells or something.
And it looks like more of like a robe, right?
Mm,
There's more like a texture to it than armor, right? Like
mhm.
than the Iron Spidey suit. So,
Yeah.
but what got everybody was this one right here, and this is what we're talking about. Like Peter Parker slash Spider Man having the mystic arts, having the magic that was taken that we all know Doctor Strange for, right? And Scarlet Witch. We don't know Spider Man as as someone that's like of the mystic arts, and we can
Mhm.
see him kind of throwing a spell there, like, and that's why I'm saying like this suit looks more like it's there's magic to it, right? Like they're
Right.
like like it was built for him to protect him by Stephen Strange, and it's not like your regular suit like that you would think Spider-Man would be wearing. So what
Right.
do you think, man?
It has me really not really confused, but just really curious. Like, why is Spidey doing some magic?
Mhm.
Why is it Strange and Spidey that are doing some magic together? And I don't know. It's got me really curious. It really does. It's just like, yeah, the whole suit and maybe it's a relic or something. I have no clue.
Yeah, man. Maybe it's maybe it's a relic that he got from one of the temples or something like that. Like and we'll talk more about that. We'll talk about the suit and where the suit may have came from. That's in this actual comic book. And then the next one we got here is this box, man. Like you see, there's this box right here in Spider-Man's hand. It looks like it's I talked to Manny and I talked to comic zombies in the house. What's up, Manny? What's up, comic zombie?
Oh,
Appreciate you coming. Appreciate you coming. And we see this box here, and I talked to Manny and my boy Godly in the chat, and I asked him, like, what do you guys think this box is, man? And Manny kind of sent me this video that this could be the Sinister Six from all the universes, like gel. And the whole premise of this movie and the whole premise of Spider-Man, of Peter Parker, is that he doesn't know how not to do the right thing, right? And we heard Doctor Strange say, like, like they all die in the hands of Spider-Man in their universe, right? And I think Peter Parker doesn't want them to die, and he kind of wants them to stay in his universe so that they can actually live, right? Like that's
interesting.
I mean, that's Peter Parker. He can't do nothing wrong. Oh, my boy Azor's in the house. What's up? What's up, Eric? Thanks for joining us, bro. But maybe this is their gel cell, this little box here. I'm gonna give you guys another view of this box, because I've never heard of this box, man. So there you go. There's Peter Parker throwing the web, trying to take this box away from Stephen Strange or Doctor Strange. But it could also be a spell, right? I don't know, because could there be a spell in there, But I like the gel cell. I like the gel cell spec. I like
the gel cell idea, but I really don't know. So my theory is
that all came from my boy Manny, so I'm not trying to steal it. That came from my boy Manny. Like so he enlightened me.
So kind of building on that as well, this was my theory as well, is Doctor Strange did say to the group, they're like, hey, you need to Scooby-Doo that crap, you know what I'm saying? And basically saying, Scooby-Doo that crap, go handle it yourselves, go fix that while I go and do bigger things, right? And my theory on this is they just stole from the 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo. And if anybody remembers the cartoon from 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo, it wasn't the whole crew. It was Shaggy, Scooby, and Daphne, and some other random kid, I think. And they released the 13 ghosts out of a box, out of a chest, and then they had to go around and chase around and catch them themselves.
There you go. Oh no,
the sorcerer in this 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo looks exactly like Doctor Strange.
Right?
Someone go watch the intro video to that.
I think you just, I mean, that relates to the same thing we just talked about, right? Like it's releasing the Sinister Six that could destroy the universe, and Doctor Strange's like, I put them in this box, I need to send them back, because they're destroying our universe. And then Peter Parker,
not great minds, but crazed minds. I mean, also they're great minds if you want to consider them that, before they went crazed. But these great minds that are, maybe they've been in prison, because if they were all together all at once, they destroy everything. So I don't know. Yeah, it is interesting. I didn't think of that.
Yeah, hold on real quick. Let me. I hit the wrong button here. Let me reshare my screen, man. You gotta love live YouTube.
Button. Who's got?
There you go, button. Hey, and then Manny. Collaboration is a beautiful thing, man. That's what I love about my boys, man. Manny and Godly, you, my boy Azorus, man. Uni. We always talking, man. We always talking about like what could it be? And I'm not afraid to ask, man. Like, we don't know everything, right? Like, we got to ask. If you don't know something, like, ask. So, yeah, man. So, I like this. I like where we're going with this, man. So we think that Doctor Strange actually caught these guys in the beginning of the movie. Peter Parker's like, but if you send them back, they're dead. And Peter Parker, he has a conscience, man. So he's like, I can't let them die. I can't let them. We can figure something else out. What
if in a broader stroke, it's not just the Sinister Six, it's those actual realities?
Oh,
because right, we know from the Loki show that everything splintered off, and Strange was probably aware of this before Spidey and everything. So what if Strange has been taking boxes like this and trying to capture the realities? And I don't know. Maybe there's something to that.
What if this is? I mean, I know we're kind of stretching out, but what if this is Pandora's box and Doctor Strange is actually Mephisto, and he needs someone else to open it? You know what I'm saying?
Mephisto confirmed.
Mephisto confirmed, bro. Mephisto confirmed. I'm just saying, man. I mean, it's okay to talk and like have. You don't have.
It's not okay to talk about Mephisto anymore.
Mephisto, right? I think I just made everybody throw up, man. But look. So this is the book we're talking about. Symbiote, the Symbiote Spider-Man Alien Reality #3. This is written by Peter David. The art was by Greg Land. And I always used to run in this book because I was looking for that Greg Land Mysterio cover. I was like, oh, let me see if I get number 2. No, and I would see number 3. Like number 3 was like the zonk, like zonk. Oh shit, zonk, zonk. But now it's the bingo, right? It's the bingo, man. You know,
Seriously.
and let's look. I mean, seriously, guys. Like this was, you guys all know. Let's not lie. This was this is a dollar book before November 7th. November 17th. What is it? November 16th when the show dropped, or November 15th when the trailer dropped. Right now, it's become a $14 book, and it's up 64%. And let me kind of read you. So in November, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 books have sold on eBay. And we're not even talking about like all the books that me and Manny found in the back bins, because I know Manny found some of the books in the back bin. I know I found me some of the back book in the bin. I know Azorus found some books in the back end. Oh, there we go. What if? Is it like a what if? Yeah, maybe, man.
That's kind of what I feel
That's
like
good. Get kind of interested, right? Go ahead, man.
It's not a what if. That's the thing, though. It's I haven't followed the whole series, but it's not a what if. If it was a what if, it would definitely be, Spider-Man what if, right? A what if series or something like that. But yeah, it does feel like that in a way that it is a what if story. But I don't agree. I can't agree or confirm or say that it is a what if.
Yeah.
I really do think that it is part of the their timeline and what they're doing with Marvel, or just like an off story, a story that was told a different time in a different place in a
Oh, look,
different year.
no, I mean like when he got trapped in the cube on What If, the Doctor
Oh, okay.
Strange in the What If, yeah, huh?
Mm. Oh,
They would
right.
tie,
Okay.
they would tie it in,
Mhm.
right? Interesting, man. Good one, Razors, man. Interesting, bro. Bringing
Yeah.
the good question, man, to get us to think a little bit more. But hey, man, let's check out the prices. So in September, this price was a $3 book on eBay. Just basically a $3 book. A bunch sold. I have no idea why. I wasn't even on this. Like I told you, this book was a zonk for me. It was a straight zonk for me. In October, it starts selling. I think someone knew something was happening. In October, this book became a $9 book. The highest book sold right here was $15. And then after $24.99. So yeah, man, this book is kind of taking off. And let's check out some of the eBay prices on this book. All right. So some of the eBay prices, there you go. Someone just sold. Who would ever thought, bro? We were talking about this in backstage. Who the F was like, I'm gonna go slab this book.
Bro.
Bro, he
That
took
that
a
ugh,
$3 book and made, look. I mean, he
seriously.
paid $3 plus another $35,
$35,
$40, so
$40.
$43, and he turned his investment 4 times.
That
You
is a
know,
true investor. At least someone
bro,
saw that book when it
look at
came
that.
out, or just shortly when things started happening in the MCU, and they were like, "Oh, Spidey. Oh, Doctor Strange. Oh, I'm just gonna slab it. Somebody's gonna buy it," and somebody did. It's crazy.
And that's why I like doing this, man. This is how I kind of, I look at my investments, and I look at investments on comic books. I don't start from pricing. I start from Z. Like, like where did it come from? Like I go Z to A instead of A to Z. I try to figure out what the fundamentals of this is, and like why were people buying this? How did this turn into a $10 book in October? Because some people knew before us, man. Let's check the chat, man. So Manny says, I just found the book on Wednesday and I wasn't even looking for it. I was looking through the Star Wars section and someone hit a copy there, bro. Manny, bro, Manny knows how to find the books, bro. He knows people hiding that stuff, but there you go, man. I actually found this book. I found this book in the Spider-Man books, bro. It was just kind of like anywhere it was like that Spider-Man run where, the Spider-Man section where it's like one shots, like I was just like,
Yeah.
oh, there you go. So but yeah, it's a $200 9.8 now. As you can see, this was like November 18th. This is November 17th. Oh, dude, it said sold on November 18th. So this actually sold today for $200. We got a $9 sell. which is a $10, $15 sale. We got more too. We got more in here, more sales that happened on eBay recently. So we got a $12 sale on the 17th, another $13 sale. Then someone bought the whole run for $30. They're like, screw it, man. That's a smart, definitely smart move. To me, like, hell yeah. And then we got more sales here, $11, $18, and there's a $24 sale that we saw over here on the cover price stats, So cover price isn't even covering all the sales, man. Like we're looking at 12 sales right here, 12 sales in the last 2 days, man, of this book. So what do you think, man? I mean, and that's what let's not say now, but that's why we're here. We're here to investigate. Is this book worth
We're gonna dive in, exactly. We're gonna dive into this book a little bit here and see if it really is worth the hype of the price, or are people just going, oh, it's a pretty cover. It kind of matches what's going on in the trailer.
I know that's
matches
right.
What the MCU has revealed to us. So yeah, I don't know.
And I always think about this too, man. I'm like, should I spend 3 hours to go find that book for $15? So that means I'm working $5 an hour to go find a $15 book. And that's what I'm going to try and say to you guys. Like, is it worth your time to go dig for this? Is it worth your time to buy it for $15 or $20 off eBay? Let's see, man. Let's see. So this book was actually written by Peter David, and the art was by Greg Glenn. And it was published in December of 2019. I think it was more like March of 2020. So this is a pretty recent book, man. It's a pretty recent book. And I would say that like the filming for No Way Home was already ended, right? Probably already ended, right? So we're not even they didn't even pull from this book, probably. And you said something in the back room, right? What'd you say?
Yeah, I feel like maybe because of when the filming ended and when this book came out, it's very likely that this book pulled from some knowledge somewhere of what's the new about what was happening in the No Way Home movie.
Mm-hmm. And those commercials. Okay, I got you. Yeah. So Zoris goes, don't forget, this is part 2 after WandaVision, where Doctor Strange was supposed to appear in WandaVision but didn't cause. They changed up his scenes. Okay. And those commercials. But so the spec on this one is that Peter Parker becomes the apprentice of Doctor Strange and learns the ways of the mystic arts. And I read on someone's Instagram that this is the first Supreme Spider, right? So we see that on the cover, right? So that's what the spec on this book is. Is this the first time that Peter actually uses the mystic arts and gets trained by Doctor Strange to become the first Supreme Spider?
It has more relevance, even more relevance because of what happened in the What If show. Because Spidey gets the cloak.
He gets but like we said, like that suit actually I think gives him the magic, right? Like
right. Well, yeah, and the trailer for that. So this could be a mix of what has happened in the What If show and what is happening in the trailer and everything.
There you go.
In the What If show, there's no training there. Like Strange doesn't train Spidey for any reason. So maybe it's a mix of.
There you go, man. We're kind of connecting the dots now. Zors is helping us connect that What If, because he did get locked in that box, man. Like, so is it that Doctor Strange from the box? But that Doctor Strange is what do they call him? The Guardians of the Multiverse, right? Because they kind of help keep everything together. But let's keep going with this, man. So we have the first page here. We're gonna go through the whole book, and we're not gonna read it word for word, but we're gonna take a look at it. So here we go. So we have the Sanctum Sanctorum, right? There we go. We have, who's that over here, man? Is that the Hobgoblin? I think that looks like the Hobgoblin, right? And then he's rolling with, as we can see here, we have Peter Parker in the black Spidey suit, the symbiote suit, and he's rolling with Black Cat and Doctor Strange. And then they roll up to, let me see here. What is the name of this? They roll up to the Kamartaj, the Temple of the Mystics, as you can see here, right? So what happens in this book is that I didn't read the other ones, but I read this one. Me and Dan read this one, right? They run into Morbius, right? And then Doctor Strange says, well, if we go into the Kamar Taj like will be protected because no evil spirits can actually enter there, right? So Peter's in there, right? Peter's in there with Doctor Strange, and you see Morbius. He's just like, he can't get in there, right? He hits a force field or something, right? So that's not going to have nothing to do with the movie, right? So it's
I don't think Morbius is going to have any connection with this movie. I mean, it would kind of be cool if they threw in an end credit or something like that to connect Morbius somehow. But even in this book, I mean, again,
Thanks, bro.
I've only read this book, you only read this book, this issue. Morbius in this book really feels like he's just some random goon hanging outside this mystic.
Were we supposed to read, bro? Were we supposed to read like issue 1 and 2 so we get why Morbius is here? Bro, I'm like,
right. Morbius feels like some random goon that just popped up and was like, "I'm gonna get you, Spidey and friends."
I know because Doctor Strange, they're rolling up to the Kamar Taj, and Doctor Strange says no one can be out here, and then Spider-Man's like there's bats. Then all of a sudden Morbius jumps out of nowhere. So this book isn't the greatest written comic book ever. It kind of hops everywhere. You're like, where the hell where did that come from? But let's keep digging.
Again, only going off of this book that we read.
Yeah,
I have
no idea.
Morbius came from.
We're trying to figure out if it like we said, we're trying to dig deep to try to see if this book has any relevance. So this has no relevance, right? No relevance.
No relevance here.
Maybe that temple, because we'll move on, man. So we see here they run into the temple, right? So they're in the temple now. Okay, they're in temple. Morbius can't get in because there's a force field that doesn't leave evil spirits in, right? So they're in the temple. But all of a sudden, this is what flipped me. It's like, why the hell is Peter Parker out there and he's in the temple? But this is actually a clone, I think a symbiote clone or alien that's pretending to be in Peter Parker's body. I guess that's what it has to be, right? So, and you can see the fighting.
Guess too, because you see him all weird. The suit's all different. It's not It's not Peter Parker. It does look very symbiote.
And we see Peter Parker in the temple. And why is he going out there to fight somebody, bro? Like,
that threw me off too. I'm like, why? Yeah. Why did he jump back? Why? I don't know.
Maybe a bad acid trip. It was like a bad acid trip when I first read it. I was like, what the hell is going on? So, and then we see here like this kind of clone symbiote of Peter Parker's symbiote suit punches the crap out of Morbius. And then we see, check this out, man. He turns his hands into claws right here. So that's not Peter Parker. That's like that's some imposter symbiote, right?
Yeah, has nothing to do with. I thought that was pretty cool. I was like, oh, is Spidey using some claws now?
So right now we have no relevance towards the movie, but maybe the temple, right?
Not.
Maybe I don't even know the temple. Let's throw the temple out. That's trash. So no relevance here. Then we see Stephen Strange right here, kind of talking to this clone. He actually calls it like Peter Parker's actually in there, and he tells him in this next. So this one is a good one right here. He actually tells him that he has to train him in the mystic arts, right? Yeah. And you can see it right here. And Doctor Strange is like, if I was to teach him all the offensive mystic arts, then it would take a long time. And even though time stops in that temple, time is of the essence. Because he said like for every day, it's like a year or something, right? In real life or something like that, right? In reality.
So this is kind of where I want to pause at is on this, because this does have the relevance that we're seeing, and maybe the reasons why we're seeing the spikes in price.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Morbius is going. I didn't see the comment.
Yeah, go ahead.
Morbius, there's so much going on just in the
yeah. That's trash, bro. We're throwing that one in the trash, bro. The first 5 pages is trash. But go ahead, man.
All right, so this is what I wanted to pause on for a moment. Right, was this because this does have relevance.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe in the movie they take some time, they go into a different reality, like Spidey, Strange, and maybe some of the other characters. Maybe they go and they do like a whole Bill and Ted Excellent Adventure where they just like fast forward in time and they know how to play guitar now.
I know, right?
So maybe that's what they do here, and maybe they do that in the movie. We'll still gonna see if that happens. But maybe he teaches him some mystic arts through the time gem.
But Doctor Strange can do this things. He can do this, and then there'll be a little wormhole that they can jump in, and it can go into the temple, the Kamar Taj or whatever they want to call it. Mm-hmm. And because so they're in this, the temple, the Kamartaj for a year, and during this year, a year is like so. I think they're probably in there for a week or some shit like that, right? Like that's what it kind of seems like. And he teaches them defensive. He says if I teach Spider-Man the offensive ways of the art, that'll take forever. We only have a certain amount of time, so I'm going to teach him only the defensive moves because I know he has offensive moves because of his strength and his webs. So that's what this is all about right here. He's talking about that right here. So
and so this has relevance to what we're seeing through the MCU. Does it correlate with the price of the book as much?
Yeah, it's like $2. It's a $2 book now. It was a $1 book. Now it's about a $2 book. But I like this panel right here, bro.
Yeah.
If they do like a second print, if they would have added this, bro, this book would have been like this. The second print of this would have been like boom, right?
Yeah.
Because that's a dope freaking that could be a dope cover, So
absolutely.
But let's move on to the next page. So we have relevance here. These two panels have relevance to the movie, right? Like he gets trained in the mystic arts, but the defensive mystic arts, okay? And we don't know how he's using those mystic arts in the other one, in the movie. So let's, it's yet to see. Okay. So let's check this out. The next one we have here is Doc Ock. There you go, man. We got Doc Ock. Yeah. Doc Ock's in this book. So I have no idea. So this is one of the parts where I'm like, what the F? Like, how does it's so this book just jumps around from time. So this is like a year late. It's like, okay, a year and a few weeks later. So that he was in that Kamar Taj for a year and a week, learning the defensive, arts, mystic arts. Okay. And then he comes out. He's still Peter Parker, about a week older, but he knows all this stuff, and he bumps into Doc Ock. So, and I had to kind of think about this too. I was like, "What the hell, bro?" Like, okay, now I get it. Like because they explain it in the book. Like, time slows down in here in the temple, right?
Yeah, so but still, there was no lead in to Doc Ock.
No, you're just like boom, it just happens.
Yeah, and again,
look.
Me and you only read this one issue.
Boom. It goes like that. Boom. Boom. Like
seriously, there was absolutely zero lead in for Doc Ock. So that's completely threw me off too. So again, all right, if at first glance you flipped through this book, you would be like, oh my god, this has so much relevance all over it. And then you read the story and you try to find out what's going on, and there being no lead in for Doc Ock doesn't have a ton of relevance to what we're seeing in the MCU.
Hey, but this book for me, it became a $5 book. Why? Because he's using the mystic arts. I don't know any book where if you guys know any book where Spider-Man uses the mystic arts, then this is the first time we see Spider-Man use a mystic arts.
Besides a What If book.
Okay.
I believe maybe, I can't remember. I think Spidey, there is like a whole What If, not the TV show or anything, but a What If book. I can't remember. I feel like I've seen that image before of Spidey in the cloak.
Doing the whole thing in the
can't remember if he was doing the whole, feng shui magic stuff.
Right. Let's see what Comic Zombie says. In the trailer, Doctor Strange didn't want Peter Parker to take the box. Why would he be afraid unless Peter has some training in the mystic arts already? There you go.
That, or I mean, he does mention in the trailer. Strange does mention in the trailer. He says to Peter, he's like, "You remember that spell you used and you messed up," because Peter didn't want the world knowing that Spider-Man was Peter Parker. Peter Parker was Spider-Man. Mm-hmm. So he does mention that. So I think they did mess around with some magic, or maybe in the beginning of the movie, Spidey quickly goes over there to Strange. Strange isn't around. He finds the box. Maybe he finds something that is like, okay, this will erase everyone's memory, and then it just jumbled up everything, messed everything.
Yep. And then we have Zorus bringing it in, man. Honestly, I think they're gonna tie all this craziness in the end of Loki, where Sylvia killed Immortus and the timeline went crazy. Okay.
Yeah, this might be something that Strange and Peter and everyone is looking at in New York and is seeing that we're seeing happening there. And they're like, how do we fix this? What are we doing to fix this?
Mhm.
Because they have no clue what has happened with Loki or Wanda or anybody or yeah, they have no clue about that stuff. Maybe Strange does. Who knows? We don't know yet. But
Mhm.
yeah, maybe that's just what they're seeing and they're trying to figure out how to fix it and what is it to them and but they have no clue yet. So yeah, that's very likely as well.
Okay, where are we at, man, with the price? I'm at $5. I would buy this book for $5 right now.
Yeah,
Five
absolutely.
bucks? We're at
That's
five
where I'm
bucks.
at is $5 on this book. Maybe yeah, because the height that it's at right now, I feel like it's gonna go way
Well,
down.
we haven't seen it all yet. Let's just see if this
It's
has
true.
relevance. Because if this is the book, the first appearance of the Supreme Spider or Spider-Man using the mystic arts, this is a minor key. You could say it's a minor key.
It's a
You
minor
know,
for sure, for sure. It's a
you know.
minor key. It's a minor key right now. Does it have legs?
No, I mean
That's
with the movie until we see the movie and then we'll forget about it. You know what I'm saying? So,
right.
but if he wears that, if that suit is actually like a magic suit or like a suit that he incurs magic and he uses again over and over again in different movies, this could be a pretty decent key. So
Yeah.
I mean, I've we've seen Spider-Man in different suits already in the MCU, and we keep seeing him. We see him in the Iron Spidey suit in the last trailer. So why wouldn't we see this? The Mystic Arts suit in other movies. Especially if we're dealing with the multiverse and the
Right.
craziness that's going to happen. So
Yeah.
that could be a really relevant suit for him. So I'm at $5. Chat, where you at? Where you at with this? Are you at $5 with me? Or are you at like still $1 book? So
Agree, disagree with us, be like, nah, you guys are wrong. This has got legs on it. It's gonna be something down the line eventually too.
But one thing about this book is, this is Greg Land. This is Greg Land, goods. Like it's really done well by Greg Land. I like the art. I just don't like how it jumps, man. I just was like, I had to read it
Yeah,
twice to get it. You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
you know.
I mean,
I was like,
I really did try to just like, okay, I'm gonna skim through this book really
good.
quick. But as much as the panels were jumping around, as much as the story was jumping around, I'm like, oh man, I can't really skim this book as much as I just want to skim it.
Oh, look, Manny, man. Oh, look, Azores is at $5 for it. So we're calling it. Manny's up to four. Manny's at 450. We're at 450. Do I hear 550? Are we running a? Are we running a auction right now, bro? But no, I'm with you guys, man. 450, $5 and 450. I'm at that price. I'd buy it. I'd buy it for 450, $5. Not $15 yet. Not
For
$15
or
yet.
$5, I'd pick it up. If I saw it at a shop and they put a price tag on it for $4 or $5, that's what I'd pick it up for.
All right, man. So we see here Spider-Man kicks Doc Ock's ass. Okay, and then we see Doctor Strange here. He's not in his. He's not in the. I don't know what's going on with Doctor Strange in here. I don't know why he's in it, not in his
Yeah.
suit, but
Yeah.
so he's kind of like disheveled. And we got Black Cat. We could get it. We are not getting Black Cat in this. So this next movie. So Black Cat's trash. We're throwing that out. We're throwing that one out. Still a $5 book. $5 book. And then here we go, man. So, there we go. Using those. Look, we see Hobgoblin. Okay, we see Hobgoblin, man. We see Hobgoblin. That's kind of, people are kind of specking Hobgoblin going to be up in this movie, but I don't see it. Do you see it, bro?
Okay, so again, this goes on with like just everything that's the massive amount of things that are happening and could potentially take place in this movie with the whole universe cracking and everything coming together and colliding and whatnot. So many people have specced hard on Ned being Hobgoblin.
Mhm.
If he makes an appearance as Hobgoblin, I feel like it'll just be it would be a joke. It would be a funny thing to see Ned as
Ned.
Hobgoblin coming down out of the sky and passing by Ned, Peter Parker's Ned
Mhm.
in this MCU universe, and then like or as a group, Mary Jane, Ned, and Peter standing there, and all these villains are just flying by, and the Hobgoblin, Ned Hobgoblin, kind of flies by, and he's like laughing with a pumpkin bomb or something, and then Ned and Peter and they all kind of look at each other like, The
Huh?
fuck?
The
Like,
fuck?
what?
The
Bro.
fuck?
And then they look at Ned and he's like, "No, man,
You
not
get
me."
that look like the meme, like the
So it
sideways,
could
like.
be, yeah, it could be a hobgoblin from a different universe, Ned and whatnot. That would be a funny joke. But also, the actor that plays Ned, he lost all that weight, a ton of weight and everything to
Did he,
play
bro? Did he?
a new
Did
role.
he?
He did. He definitely lost a lot of weight. Was it specifically for something? I mean,
Okay.
come on. They pump
It's-
these fools so much of steroids and it's for something. So
hey, so look at Comic Zombie, man. Let's go to chat, man. See what's up. So Comic Zombie goes when we was talking about an auction. He's about to snipe somebody, bro. He's about to go
do
501, 501, 502. Bring up like whatnot, and then 10 seconds just keeps happening for 1 cent,
Heck
bro.
yeah. Heck
And we
yeah.
got my boy Godly, man. Love this show and depth. I also think these will be a good $5 sales when they go for $10 on average or without shipping eBay fees. That's my boy, man. That's fam right there. Azores goes, I can't wait to see the end credit scenes they're gonna have for us in No Way Home. And then they got these, so people might start picking this up for $10. If others start talking about it, I'd buy it for $5 and multiples, right? They're still around. And then Golly says same. And then I bet I could still you can still find this for cover
Absolutely.
price.
I'm
Yeah, for
sure
sure.
if I went out hunting tomorrow, I'm sure I could probably still find this book for a $1, $2 cover price.
Oh,
For
but
sure.
then Golly goes, I bet Manny found them all. You know, Manny would. Manny cleaned it out, man. And then Red Goblin Magony and we got Hobgoblin End Scene. Hey, that'd be dope.
That would be cool.
And then
I would like
and,
that.
and then George agrees with you, man. He did lose some weight, man. So with this panel, man, we see him using the Mystic Arts, and he actually does the multiples. Check that out, man.
Mhm.
If he does that in the freaking movie, dude, like
Heck yeah.
this book
Jump
just
that
went up to
fool like
20.
Naruto.
This book just went to $20, bro. This book just went to $20. If we see, this could be like a double key. If you guys are on it, man, and Hobgoblin shows up, right, and we have the Supreme Spider. This would be the first meetup between the Hobgoblin and the Supreme Spider. Here I go.
Nah, man,
right?
that's Naruto Spider-Man
that's
right there. He
reaching.
said clone Nujitsu.
He's like, he's doing it, you know, right? So there we go, man. We see him using the Mystic Arts there again. And here we go, man. Who's this dude that jumps in here, bro? We were like, we need to figure out this dude, man. And
Came
this
out
dude
of nowhere for me.
I'm like, where the hell? That's why you have to read this
Again.
thing like.
Oh my gosh, if I really wanted to dive deep into this book, and then it would definitely be reading the series because I have no clue where he came from.
Man, I had no. He just came out of nowhere, and he was
Yep.
like, "This is Baron Mordo."
Yep.
And I was like, "What the? I was like, "This is not making any sense,
This
bro."
is a horrible jumping in point to this series.
Bro, this is written by Peter David of like, Hulk greatness, man. Like, like we got to give Peter some love though. Like, but Greg Land kills it in the art with the art.
It's still a pretty book. It is still a very pretty,
it's a
book,
very pretty
readable book with the art and everything. Just the jumping around. Whew, yeah, it threw me off.
And so I know probably none of us read the whole series, bro, because this series kind of floated by during COVID. But we did read this book, and they are looking for the word of God, right? So Baron Mordo is trying to ask, Doctor Strange, like, where's the word of God? And Doctor Strange, do you have the word of God? And then this is kind of what they're looking at. But we also see Spider-Man, Peter Parker using these mystic arts. And like you said, he's using them as defense, defensive moves, man. And look at Baron just shattering it. Like, you just a kid, bro. You only know a week's worth. I know like millennia's worth, right? Like, bam, So, and then here we go, man. Look, totally agree with you. Pull in some Naruto signs, and y'all might be onto something with this book, right? That's what we're here for. When we're digging deep, man. We're like, anytime I see like these flavor of the weeks, I'm like, is there something to it, or is this just some BS? So
there's a little something. There's a little something to it.
Little something.
I think the appeal here is the cover for one. With Spidey with the cape on. And then people reading into it going, oh, like Strange is training him. But that's about it.
Look at Zora says Baron Mordo pops up end scene to the segue into multiverse. Oh, then this book would just be like boom. if that happens, NC
Stick waiting to Multiverse of Madness.
Part 3.
The next big bad, or one of the next big bads for Strange.
Bro, you making me want to go get this guy's first appearance now, Baron Mordo, man. But no, I ain't gonna say that. Like collect what you like, man. Collect what you like. Then we got Manny over here saying $45 is such a low buy-in. I'm comfortable to buy another copy. I am too, man. If I find a backbench for cover, of course I'm gonna go buy. Of course I'm gonna buy it, man. Like, what good investor wouldn't? You know what I'm saying? And then Gotti goes, I see this villains for Spider-Man. Do you think there'd be one for Doctor Strange during the movie? And I don't think it's Doctor Strange, man. I'm leaning on Mephisto, bro. Brand New Day. I'm thinking they're basing it off Brand New Day.
You know what? Godly might have something there too, because we still have Multiverse of Madness to come, right?
Yeah.
And this movie could be a lead in to Multiverse of Madness. So yeah, maybe we get an in-sync credit
crazy.
Of a Strange bad guy, a big bad or something like that. So yeah, very much so. But
look at this.
I also think that Scarlet Witch might be one of the next big bads as well.
She might be the big bad.
Dark and evil she's going.
She might be the big bad, man. She might be the big bad. Who knows? But look, Comic Zombie thinks Godly's onto something, man. Look, and then we got Spider-Man No Way Home Part 2. Strange Tales. There you go. Strange Tales number 11's first appearance of Baron Mordo. If anybody wants a taking. Because no one's looking at
number what though?
111, okay. Bro. 111. So there you go, man.
Already not a cheap book.
I know, right? But it's cheap right now. So
it's
cheap right now. It's cheaper right now. And then because Doctor Strange was on the train with Spidey, but the big question for who against? There you go. Good, man. We get it somewhere. But man, us in the chat, bro. Me, Diesel Dan, and the chat, we dig it deep.
Collective minds.
We dig it deep here, man. We dig it deep.
We digging deep or what?
I'm still at a $6 book. I'm at a $6 book right now. I'm at a $6 book. Where you at?
I'm still out of $5.
You still out of $5? Okay. There's some relevance.
I'm still not that excited about this book.
Bro, if Baron Mordo, bro.
You know what? Too, if it was a much better story, yeah.
It's not a good story. It's not a good story at all.
It's not. But the amount of characters that are joining in on this, yeah, I mean, that could be the price of the book, but yeah, I'm not too excited about the story on that.
Don't forget about us, bro. Golly, we want to ride with y'all too, man. All right, man. Let's see what else is going on in this book. We have a couple more pages here. And there you go, man. I have no idea what's happening here. We see Baron Mordo getting sprayed with something by Doctor Strange, and it ends here, man. So but anyways, man, there we go. So this is the last page. It has to do with the next one. I want to read this. I want to read the whole series. I want to check it out, man. So where are you at, man? So for this book, this is where we're gonna do it, man. Because like I told y'all, man, I'm trying to find the meat of if there's any meat on this book. Because I was flipping through the pages with one of my LCS, and I was like, bro, we see it here, but is there any meat? And I was like, yo, that would be a good show to see if there's any freaking actual meat in a Flav the Flav book of the week, right? So I'm gonna ask you first, Diesel, and I'm gonna ask the chat too. All right, is this? If we're talking about meat, is this a drumstick, a chicken drumstick, right? We all like chicken. There's, or is it like a pork rib? We all like pork ribs, right? Pork ribs. Or is this like Texas style, big old beef rib with all that meat, that succulent meat that's just nice, full of meat, a book that we should have that has a lot of relevance to this movie and what's coming up on the MCU. And I'm going to ask you, Diesel Dan, man, you're the first one I'm asked. What is it to you? Is it a drumstick, pork rib, or is this a Texas style beef rib, bro?
My dog barking. Hey, quiet that down. It's a drumstick.
Drumstick, yeah, drumstick.
It's a drumstick, and a couple of weeks it'll be a flap. It'll be a hot wing flap.
You think so, bro? We got a month, bro. We got a month till the No Way Home comes, and we still got more trailers to come, bro. They're gonna have some new meat for. Oh, there we go. Azores is calling it a drumstick. Drumstick. I'm at a drumstick too. I'm at a drumstick for this one too, man. I'm at a drumstick. But let me know let me know in the chat, man, what y'all think. Is it a drumstick pork rib or is that big fat beef rib that costs, $25 a pound, man? But no, let's talk more about this movie, man. So this book has to do with the movies, and we see three people talk about three Spider-Mans, man. But Andrew Garfield went on I think it was the Today Show or whatever show it was, and says, "Yo, the rumors aren't true. I'm not in the movie." I'm calling BS, bro. I'm calling BS. You know why I'm calling BS? Who the F punched the damn lizard, bro? Who the F punched the damn lizard? If you guys didn't see the video, you guys need to go rewatch the trailer, and he gets punched by an invisible man. Are we talking about the invisible man's going to be showing up in the damn Spider-Man movie? Hell no.
Right. Yeah, there was another clip today that was floating around the interwebs, and and it was the cast. It was Tom Holland, Zendaya, and the guy who plays Ned, can't remember his name, but they're sitting down watching and reacting to the trailer, and Tom Holland says, "Where's he's like," and he puckers his lips during this scene. So it's like they know something. They reacted in a way as if, where's the other things going on in this? But then they just kept their mouth shut and got like, dead face and everything, and then just continued on being excited for the rest of the trailer. But yeah, that was a thing that was going on today too. So yeah, it's interesting.
Look, Manny goes, for me as of yesterday, this is a drumstick, but now I'm thinking pork chop. I'm thinking I'm there too, man.
Wait, what has more on it? A pork chop? I don't know, man. You can buy some small pork chops.
I'm thinking pork. Man, I like my pork ribs though. I'll take a stack of pork ribs over a pork chop anytime. So we just in between. We had a pork chop. We had a pork. I'm with you, Manny. I'm at a pork chop too. But yeah, man, I'm like, dude, I'm calling BS. I'm calling BS on this, man. I am calling BS on Garfield. You a liar, bro. You lied on national TV to everybody. I can never trust you again, bro, because you're gonna be in this Spider-Man movie. You know what I'm saying? Why would they even ask you the damn question? Isn't ABC owned by Disney too? You know what I'm saying? So why would you even be asking that question if it has no relevance to the movie? You a liar. We're gonna get 3 Spider-Mans, and we're gonna get the Vulture like my boy Manny.
Hi to everybody on camera.
Yeah, man.
My wife just walked in. You want to say hi?
Say hi to the world.
She dipped. She said no.
I know. My wife is like, hell no, you ain't putting me on camera either. And then we got this one too, man. So there you go, bro. I'm gonna let you talk about this. This is your guys' thing, and this is from my boy Timo Comics over on Instagram. Go follow him, man. He always has some interesting stuff, and he posted this, man. And I'm not trying to steal anybody's spec, so I'm gonna put the post up there. And this is what my boy Timo said. He said, "What if this is Ned Leeds with a goblin tech coming from help for the final battle? Green Goblin might have gotten defeated earlier in the film, and his tech was left in the area where they had Doc Ock locked up in. MJ probably told Ned, we need to help Peter." Go ahead, bro. Go ahead with it.
Okay. So that would make sense. That would be, yeah. Okay, that right there would make sense. I hadn't thought of that. But again, I don't know. And I feel like
he did lose a lot of weight though.
He
did lose. I looked at his Instagram before the show, and bro, he lost a lot of weight.
Absolutely.
And look, it looks like that kind of looks like a little fat lost weight face right there.
Yeah. So that
everybody that does not look like
that does not
look like William Dafoe, bro. That's not William Dafoe. How's that?
No.
William Dafoe has a skinny old face, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
That is. Sure. I know my Filipinos. I know my Pinoys, and that's a Filipino, and that's a Filipino right there, bro. That's a Filipino squat that you learn as a kid. While you waiting for your mama, you're in the Filipino squat, bro. That we all learned that, bro. That's a Filipino squat. So I'm with everybody in here, man. Look at Dan, bro. Dan, you're live, man. And I didn't tell. Oh, bro, we gotta bring Dan on the show. The other Dan, we have 2 Dans and 1 Ian. Bringing Godly in here, bringing Manny, bro. We bring in the whole crew. You know what I'm saying? But Dan, welcome, man. I appreciate you, man. And then Comic Zombie says, are we going to get multiple Doctor Strange as well? What do you think, man?
Oh,
Uh, may-
it's very, very possible. Doctor Strange might be the key to pulling this whole thing,
the evil
back
Doctor
together.
Strange, the one that's part of the Guardians of the Multiverse, bro.
Oh my gosh,
Because we
man.
already know there's more Doctor Stranges. He went and killed them all, bro. He went and took all their power. So why not bring another Doctor Strange up in here, bro?
I think that,
You're coming, Dan. You're
yeah,
welcome.
I don't. Okay, so I don't
Next
think
show.
that works in the MCU. I don't think that works in the cinematic universe for the What If cartoon series and everything. Yeah, that totally works. But a big bad evil Strange that's gonna be much more like that, where he kind of destroys everything instead of building it up. I think in the MCU they would just have the Doctor Strange characters come together, band together. That seems more reasonable. But then let's just destroy everything.
There you go, man. Coming from Dan, look out for that. Strange Tales 110, bro. It's so undervalued. Yo, man. So yeah, bro. To me, let's go back to old Ned. Old Ned is old Ned. Can we all agree that this is old Ned right here?
I can't agree just yet.
Come on, man.
I can't.
Just go out on a limb, bro. Because if you go out on a limb with Timoa, then we can all stand on the limb together and say, "We told y'all. We told y'all."
I want to be the one that's still like, nah, y'all were wrong.
Y'all were wrong, man. All right, man.
Ned is gonna do something. He'll do something. Is that Ned though?
I'm just telling you. Look at that, bro. That if that's not a Pinoy face, then I'm not Pinoy, bro. But yo, man. And then we got these actors are not attached. So let's talk about this, all right? So I don't know who Paula Newsom's gonna play. She's casted in here, right? So I don't know, man. Do you have any ideas who Paula Newsom could be?
If they did a big character, I don't know if they've cast for Black Cat, but she's a possibility. As far as like a big character, besides that, I have no clue. No.
And then we see Rice Ifans, and you brought this up. He said he played Lizard with the in the other Spider-Man. So we know who he is now, right? We know Lizard's going to be in there. We saw Lizard get invisibly punched by the wind. That's probably Spider-Man. And we know William Dafoe is going to come in as Green Goblin. So we know he's going to be in there. But this is one guy who drug dealer. That's the name of his character. Why are you going to name someone drug dealer, bro? Who could this be?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, kind of like how I can't remember his real name, but Childish Gambino, he was a drug dealer or arms dealer or a thief or whatever like that, and the Tom Holland series and whatnot. So I don't know, they just have a thing with drug dealers and stuff.
What if we get Black Cat in here, bro?
Yeah, that's my only thought, is if she was a main character, a bigger main character, is possibly Black Cat. But what does she have to do in this movie?
I know, but she has to do a lot to do with this book that we just read, that we just kind of like digged in, right? What if they're running together, bro? Then that would take away from Mary Jane and Zendaya, right? Like, we'll see, man. We'll see.
Love interest, but I don't know how old Paula Newsom is. I don't know if she's a much older character.
Oh, there we go. Look,
younger character.
There we go. Azora says Paula Newsom is the MIT counselor, bro. That brings up another one. That brings up another subject. MIT counselor. Are we talking about Riri kind of showing up in here a little bit? Because Riri went to MIT, right?
Oh, is she Riri?
No, this is Paula Newsom, an MIT counselor.
No, but didn't Riri get casted? She's casted, right?
But she's not supposed to be in this movie, bro. She's supposed to be in the Black Panther, the new Black Panther movie.
Who cares? Maybe she's in this one.
Maybe we see her, bro. There we go. There we go. She could be. We could get a glimpse of Riri in here.
Yeah,
that would be dope. What if she shows up? What if she just shows up, bro, in her her clunky suit, bro? Her first clunky suit.
Much like bulky Iron Man or Iron Heart. Was it Iron Heart? It's Iron Heart, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Suit.
Yeah. Not the first suit. Her first
really big padded.
The big old padded one that the hologram of Tony Stark was training her to be. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. So there you go, man. I mean, I think we could safely say we're at a 50-50 chance of seeing a little Riri up in this one, man. You know,
Absolutely.
bro, mine will be blown. Mine will be blown. But yo, guys, I want to thank you guys for coming through to our little show, man. We're gonna try to do this show whenever, man. Whenever I see a Flav Flav, I'm gonna call him the Flav Flav book of the week. Anytime Flav Flav book of the week, I'm just gonna schedule a show. And Dan, you're welcome to come on the show. Azores, and Manny's always welcome. And Golly, I was trying to get Golly, but we're dads, bro. So it's hard to do the live shows, man, whenever. So that's why we do it at 9:00, because my kids asleep, Dan's kids asleep. It's time to party. Party time for the dads. Play the Flay book of the week. But Dan, tell the homies where they can find you, bro.
Instagram, Diesel Dan Comics. You can find me over there, posting content about comic books, just funny things that I feel like are funny and would want to post and for people to enjoy and interact with and stuff like that. And occasionally on YouTube, I'm uploading things once in a while here on YouTube at Dan Comics. Just go check
All right, man. And you can actually sub up to Dan's YouTube. I pinned it to the top of the chat. So if you guys can go in there, give him a quick follow. Dan is throwing down the beats right now. He has the beats going on in his the lo-fi beats. So go check him out, man. It's good, bro. But I want to thank y'all for showing up. I want to thank Dan, Azores, Godly for coming through. Comic Zombie. I want to thank my boy Manny. I want to thank Sheena for coming through. I want to thank everybody. Let me see if I got everybody going here, man. Because I appreciate y'all. We just here trying to have some fun, trying to talk together with the community and figure out this book is something you should buy. And I think it's something you should buy, but not for $15. We at what, $5? $5 is a book you should buy, and eat that chicken right? It's a chicken, it's a drumstick, man. All right, y'all, man. But I'm Hoodrat, you're Hoodrat, and what? We all Hoodrats trying to dig into dollar bids and trying to find the Flav book of the week, man. And I'll check y'all later. Deuces.